Hey guys, I'm Traci Copeland and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. Now today is all about coordination. Why is coordination so important? I think it helps create balance within your workout routine. It also creates strength and power. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's warm things up first, right? So let's start towards the back of your mat. I'm gonna have you reach the arms up, walk into a plank, and then walk it all the way back. So you wanna make sure this is gonna help find a little bit more space in the hamstrings. This is also warming up the upper body. It's also warming up your core. All right, let's go ahead and move into hamstrings. So I like to do hamstring walks. So I bring one leg forward, I keep my toe flexing up towards the ceiling, and I keep my back nice and flat. And as I create more space in the hamstrings, I can get a little bit lower. Keeping that back nice and flat. Let's do a few more. All right, last one. Now we're gonna get into some knee hugs, walking knee hugs. Get those hip flexors ready, all right? So you can do these standing in place, or if you have the space wherever you are, just move around, okay? Now, you can keep your standing leg flat on the ground, or to get a little extra, come on the ball of your foot. That's as you get more warmed up and ready to move. So this is all movement preparation, preparing your body to move better. That's why we warm up. That's why it is so important to warm up. All right, now inner thighs. Get nice and wide in a straddle position. I'm just gonna shift side to side. Now with this, I wanna make sure that my feet stay parallel. I'm not turning out like a ballet dancer, but I'm not turning in either, okay? And getting a little bit lower each time. All right, I think we're feeling warm and ready to get into the meat of the workout. So we're gonna start with some lunges and squats. We're gonna do front lunge, lateral lunge, and then squat. I'm gonna stay on one side, and then we'll go to the other side. But I'm doing that front lunge, side lunge, and then squat. So with the lunge, you wanna make sure that you've had those nice 90 degree angles, that the knee isn't getting past your ankle. Let's take it to the other side. Boom. And keeping the weight in my heel every single time. Now, up to you what you wanna do with your hands. You can keep them on your hips. I like to keep them out in front of me. If you have weights at home, you can also grab some weights. All right, now let's get into the balance. I'm gonna stand on my right leg, reach down, drive that knee up. Think of this as your single leg deadlift, okay? Sometimes we can add weight to this, make it more challenging. So if you have light weights or heavy weights at home, feel free to add 10 to 15 pounds. Let's go ahead and switch sides. But before you add weight, make sure you can do it without weight first, okay? Make sure you can find your balance. Now, if you're someone who does a lot of yoga, this might look really familiar, might feel like a warrior 3. All right, might feel like a warrior 3. All right, moving on to that grapevine squat. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty coordinated. Doing that grapevine, add the squat. So if you ever played soccer, you might do these across the soccer field, but we're just adding a squat. And for some reason, this always trips people up, right? Because you get step backward, forward, and then squat, okay? So it's all about that footwork. We're gonna be here for about 10 more seconds. Stay with me. And then we're gonna work our way to the ground. Nice job. Let's set it up for our plank. So you're gonna be in a plank position. Find your plank first. Now, you're gonna take your right hand off the ground, tap your knee. Just keep tapping. Now I make sure that I hold my plank the entire time. I'm not losing that plank position. My hips shouldn't be dropping. Let's take it to the opposite side. Lift my left hand. Make sure I can find the balance first. Keeping the core engaged. Almost there. And time. All right. On your hands and knees in a tabletop position, you're gonna lift the knees off the ground. We have breaker abs next. One of my favorites, okay? So, knees hover, and I twist. And then I twist to the opposite side. So I keep the knees hovering. My core is engaged. This is great for the obliques. It's also a great way to challenge your balance. And if this is too intense, just come back here and hold it right here and move slow, okay? And time. All right, we're gonna do that same sequence 2 more times, okay? So we're gonna get 3 rounds in total. Let's go ahead and take it back to the very top. All right, round 2, same exact thing. So we know what to expect. We're starting with that front lunge, lateral lunge to squat. Let's get right into it. So you know where you can challenge yourself. You know where you need to push to get a little bit deeper. And again, if you have some weights at home, feel free to add some weights to this, right? Especially as you get more comfortable with the movement. All right, let's go to the other side. Making sure that you're using great form as always. Those 90 degree angles. Doing one more. All right, now we have single leg lift to balance. Reaching on that right side and then holding that knee. So finding your balance first is key, right? And then you drive the knee. Almost drive the knee like you're breaking through some glass. This is gonna challenge your core. It's also gonna challenge your glutes. Let's take it to the opposite side. Reaching down, keeping the back flat, hips square. And notice the difference between your right and your left side. Each side is gonna be a little bit different. Left side is definitely more challenging for me. Let's do one more. All right, now we have the grapevine squat. So, since you've done it before, we can go a little faster. So, back, boom, back, forward squat. Find your rhythm. Almost there. This is to get that heart rate up just a little bit. You should be sweating by now. All right, let's take it to the ground. Setting it up for plank. Plank position. Find your plank first. And we're just gonna go right into it. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Keeping the core engaged, minimize the rocking. Moving nice and slow. If you move too quick, it's easy to lose your balance here, okay? This is why we work on coordination and balance and strength. All right, taking yourself into that tabletop position. Breaker abs are next. Hover right here, extend the leg, come back center. Now, as you get more comfortable with this, you can go faster. You can even add a little hop into it. Reaching for the toe every single time, but if you need to just keep it modified or just hold that hover, that's totally fine. Almost there. And time. All right, we made it through 2 rounds. We have 1 more to go. We're gonna repeat that same sequence. We're gonna go a little bit harder this time, okay? Maybe that means you go faster. Maybe that means you add some weights. Let's go ahead and start moving. Front lunge. Keeping that head up. Last one on this side. Now let's switch. Stay with me. Keeping the weight in your heel every single time. Let's do one more. All right, back to that single leg. Hold, reach down. Drive up, hold, reach down. Less about the speed, more about quality of the movement, right? It's easy to do this fast, but I encourage you to slow it down, even if it means you do fewer reps, okay? Let's go ahead and switch sides. And this is also a good one to do without any shoes on, right? I encourage you to train barefoot as much as you can or feel comfortable with, and really make sure you can strengthen those tiny muscles throughout your feet and your ankle. Let's do one more. And all right, grapevine to squat is next. Let's go. This is where we can be fast. Stay with me. Almost there. And time. All right, 2 more left. Give me that plank, knee tap. All right. Keeping the hands right under your shoulders. Quads engaged, eyes looking right between your hands. All right, let's move to breaker, abs. Knees off the ground, and twist. Stay with me. Add that little hop if you feel comfortable. And time. Nice job. We're gonna cool things down before we end things completely. So let's go ahead and sit on the ground. We're gonna stretch out the hamstring. I'm gonna extend one leg, hold here. Take a few nice easy breaths. Reaching your chest towards that thigh. And just take it all in. Acknowledging what you just did for yourself and for your body. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So I always say never skip the cool down, right? Because the cool down prepares your body for your next workout. So you can get up tomorrow and do it all over again, right? It also will help prevent injuries. So we want to make sure we preserve our body. A couple more seconds here, a couple more breaths. All right, let's lie on our back. Let's do reclining figure 4. Flexing both feet, that'll help protect your knee. And switch sides. Relax the shoulders, just really slowing things down. Take the knees to one side, stack the knees, look over the opposite shoulder. Hold here for a moment. Try to keep the legs at about a 90-degree angle. Each breath, twist deeper. And then take it to opposite side, nice and slow, protecting your back. Looking towards that opposite shoulder. Congratulations, you have just made it through your coordination workout. Hope you enjoyed, hope you had fun, hope you learned something new. Once again, my name is Traci Copeland. This was Good Moves, Well and Good. You want more good moves? Subscribe to Well and Good today.